Greetings. I hope everybody's doing good. Hello, one viewer. Just sharing my stuff real quick. Oops. I wish I could just like do it one time and do it everywhere. You know what I mean? But it doesn't work in my scenario because it's complicated because I'm adding other links. But I'm almost there. I hate that I have to do that. People are like, oh God, she's streaming, but she's just sitting there on her phone. I'm leaving. It's like, no, just for like 2 minutes. Sorry. Okay. I got it. I think I got it. Boom. I did it. Thank you for your patience. How are you doing? Oh wow, I forgot to turn off my TV, so I'm on my big TV up there. That's so weird. I hope you're doing good, whoever is watching me right now. Looks like my microphone is working. I'm kind of glad I'm here. I have to kind of not think about how this day went today, so I'd rather think about you guys and figure out something with you guys and ignore my psycho day and weird, bizarre, depressive happenings and turmoil and chaos. That's okay. That's only way you can live anyway, isn't it? I'm shuffling these cards, so I'm always ready if anybody wants a reading. That's what I'm doing here. Been doing this for a long time. Well, shamanism at least. I do not know how long I'm going to be on, but I'm here now. Finding new old music that is inspiring to me, that is motivating to me in a way, spiritually, esoterically. It's pretty nice. Excess has followed me. Why is it not showing in my alert box? I don't get it. Thank you for following. I appreciate that immensely. I don't understand why my alert box is not working. You're supposed to get an awesome thing when you do follow me. What happened? Yeah. It's there. So what the hell? I don't know. I do not know what is the problem. Well, thank you for following. Excess GG. Good game, I'm assuming. Oh, yeah. I think I'm going to hop on to some Guild Wars after this today. It's been a while again. Gonna play some Icebrood Saga. That's all I have left to do besides End of Dragons. I gotta purchase that, but I really do not have the money for this right now. I'm trying to save up for a week vacation in July. So money is tight. After a sick cat, which cost me $900, I'm strapped right now. Well, I don't know if you're watching me, Excess, but would you like a reading? Maybe. extremely busy at my job today. My gods. Extremely busy, which is good, but I can feel it. Greetings to everybody and anybody that has just joined. If you would like a reading, just let me know. These cards are shuffled very well. My neighbors are nuts. She's always yelling at her kids, and she just has these random outbursts where she just screams. It's like really weird. That whole family is very strange. And they're annoying too. I guess I have no room to talk when it comes to strangeness, but when it comes to being annoying, I try not to be that. They just encourage to be obtrusive and annoying and loud. So much silence. Now I got 4 viewers that are not saying anything. Also known as lurkers. Speak. Oh, wow, okay. I don't know. That's weird. I can see you now, Excess. Miguel, I can see you too. But why can I only see you in the Twitch stream? Oh, but you guys should have totally shown up in the multi-stream. But I can see you now. Sorry. I don't know what's wrong with my stuff. So the multi-stream is not showing your guys' messages. I don't understand why. But I can see it in the Twitch stream. So hi guys. I can see you now. I can read you. I see you guys. Oh, I don't know where my phone is now. Oh, it's over there. Thank you. Sorry guys, that was weird. I don't understand that. So I hope nobody texts me in the multi-stream because for some reason I can't see any messages in there. Unless if somebody texts me on there from Facebook or something, then I may be able to see it. Well, anyway, yeah. That's so stupid. I don't know why this is happening. Why are there always technical difficulties with me? It's always like that. It's like everything can be fine. As soon as I enter a room, shit just starts malfunctioning. It's really that way. And it's so horrible and annoying and just like... fucking... Well, anyway, let's move on from this shit. Well, moving on is kind of crappy because if somebody texts me a multi-stream, I'm not going to see it, but... oh well, they're gonna have to just make a Twitch account, I guess. So, anyway, I hope you guys are doing good. I hope you guys are doing good. Thanks for trying to friggin' do something about this situation. Does any of you want a reading, or you guys are just here to chat? Okay, Miguel, you want one? Okay, sure. We can do that. Is there anything specific you want to know about? Because there's going to be one card that's going to be for that purpose. For your specific question. Okay. Okay. So let's see what we got. So we're going to look at your present situation right now. What's going on in your life presently, okay, momentarily. Okay, so you got the Three of Swords inverted, okay? That's not a good card. That's not good. Okay, so currently there's something that you are very sorrowful about, okay? It's a stormy, or it's a loss of a loved one, emotional misery. Okay, so it looks like presently, emotionally, you're not doing so well. You're kind of struggling, you're depressed. Maybe because you lost somebody, something like that, something turbulent is definitely happening, and it's making you really depressed and sorrowful. Okay, so that's presently. Let's see what happened in the past, okay? You have to explain to me why you're tripping out over Valentine's Day. I really want to know that because I'm very nosy. Okay, so Miguel, you got the Five of Wands here. It's in the past there was a really good negotiation. I know. It happens like every 19 minutes. It happens every 20 minutes normally where this happens. So I got to unplug my interface and then plug it back in and then hit my 48 volt button and then it works again. I have no clue what's going on with that shit. But anyway, so you had the Five of Wands inverted, okay? So that means in the past there were good negotiations. You were good at working out solutions, and you were good at with using differences to an advantage. Okay, so that's really good. Yeah, I know, and I know you're familiar with audio and stuff like that. I don't know what that is. It just happens like every 20 minutes. I have to do that. It's so fucking stupid, and that interface is a very expensive interface too. It shouldn't be doing that. It's so stupid. But anyway, so yeah, so in the past something good was going on. You made good negotiations, good solving of conflicts, okay? So whatever that was, if you can remember what that was, you should get back to that because you were doing a lot better there, okay? At that time when you were doing that. You know, excess, being single is not a bad thing. You can totally just ignore Valentine's Day. I ignore it anyway, even when I'm in a relationship last recent years, because it's just a money-making day. Saint Valentine, I believe it's Christian too. I'm not Christian, so it's like, it doesn't matter to me. Power settings for USB. Okay, so so anyway, moving on. Okay, so let's look at what is your subconscious doing. How are you doing there? Okay. Oh, good. Okay. The Queen of Cups. Okay. So subconsciously you're doing good. Outwardly, you know, you have this emotional thing going on right now, but subconsciously, there's kind and caring person, devoted, imaginative, a guiding personality. That's either you or that's somebody around you that's making your subconscious hold up, okay? That making your subconscious in a positive way, okay? So that's really good. You got somebody that's caring, devoted, imaginative, and is a good guide for you, okay? So your subconscious is doing well with that. That's what you think about, not knowing, you know, but it is something that's keeping you balanced, okay? So let's look at your hidden desires and wishes. Let's check out what goes on there. Okay, just makes sense. The Wheel of Fortune. So you dream of fate, of destiny. You dream of material gain, of good fortune. Okay, that's your wish. That's what you want, and that's what you desire, and that's what you dream of, and that's good. You know, everybody does that. Chance, unplanned happenings. Okay, you really kind of want something spontaneous to happen, and that's perfect. Okay, so that's in your hidden desires and wishes. So let's look at your hidden forces. Okay, we're gonna see what goes on there. Oh, that just makes perfect sense since you're a musician. You got the Magician. Okay, so your hidden forces are literally like you're growing your skill. Okay, you're growing your ability. You're growing your skill. You're putting creativity to use. You're exploring your potential abilities. Manual dexterity. Okay. Skilled hands. Emerging talent. So you're just getting better and better. That's always good, you know, and it's something that is happening that you are not really aware of. You kind of think that you're in the same skill level because it's hidden forces, but it's definitely, there are hidden forces that are driving you, and you're getting better at everything that you do when it comes to, you know, I mean, I'm gonna just say music, you know what I mean, musically. So let's look at what's gonna happen in the future for you. Okay, we're gonna check that out. Oh man, I'm so glad you got both of those. That's so cool. So you got the Fool here in the future. So again, it's positive. It's eager. You're very eager. You're ambitious. There's gonna be a journey beginning. Innocent or a young person, folly, acting without thought, potential. Okay, so that's what we're looking at in the future for you. That's again a really good card. I'm glad you have that. Yeah, so beginning of a journey, that's the biggest part that I'm looking at when it comes to this card. So in the future, you'll be going on a journey, and there will be a lot of potential, and good things are coming, okay? So let's look at your environment. How is your environment influencing you? How is it making you feel, okay? Is the Seven of Wands inverted, okay? So your environment is not ideal, okay? Your environment is making you have self-doubt, okay? Your environment is making you have no faith in your own ability, okay? That's not good, okay? So whatever environment you can relate that you find yourself in, it's not really working good for you. It's making you self-doubt. It's making you not want to do stuff because you don't believe in your own ability and your own skill, okay? So you need to, maybe a change of environment can be good. Maybe even just temporarily, and then things can automatically kind of snap back into the right path and snap back into perspective, okay? So yeah, you got to kind of okay. That would make sense. Probably, huh? Mm. Well, that's good. So you're pretty much already working toward what you need to be doing, which is kind of like get a little bit away from this environment that's not serving you so well. Okay, so let's look at the people in your environment. How are they making you feel? Okay, we're gonna check that out now. Oh, wow. Okay, so you got the world. Okay, you can see the Ouroboros eating its own tail, and you can see the demons that you have defeated on your journey that you have completed. So there's something about a journey that you completed victoriously. Okay, it's about defeating demons on your journey. It's about a metamorphosis. You see, she's transforming, herself. The journey that she undertook made her transform and change into a different person. So there's people around you, or at least one person around you, that has you being able to do this type of thing. Is a completion of a cycle, a triumph, a hard-fought victory, successful outcome over adversity. Okay, so somebody around you, either multiple people or just one person, is making you really high up there. You are high and mighty, and you are succeeding, and you're winning these battles. I mean, these are perfect. This is a perfect thing to say. Excess. This is exactly how I feel myself. It is good because you can ground yourself. You can release your electrons and harness the electrons of Mother Earth, of Mother Nature, the only God that will eventually, come for your immortal soul, if you will, or rather come for your mortal body. Bogina Marina would be the one that will come. The Valkyries, that's my, thought. But, so that is a really good advice there to give, because that's what you should be doing, Okay. Yeah, it's always a good idea, because I don't know how to describe it, because it makes everybody feel differently. But for me, I get very, very anxious and very suffering when I'm from away from nature for too long, and I'm mostly always away from nature. It's hard for me. That's why I have my temple here, and I do what I can here. Indeed. Because this is where all the energies flow. This is where our ancestors flow. In every rock, in every tree, in everything is this energy that comes from out there, from very far distances, and it's magic, essentially. You know what I mean? Without mathematical equations as of yet. Okay. Good. Yeah, so since you're mobile, you can totally do that. You should do that. Go to the park or something. Meditation can really help. Just anything. So let's move on to your spirituality. We will see now, how is your spirituality doing? Oh, okay. The Page of Swords inverted. So your spirituality is talking about deceit, a liar, a false friend. Okay. Maybe your spirituality is exposing that, or somebody around you is not is giving you bad advice. I would say this is my own thing. I would suggest somebody around you is leading you in the wrong direction when it comes to your spirituality. Obsidian is very good for absorbing negative energy, and quartz is good for anything. You can use it for anything. Just make sure you cleanse them correctly. You have to have them sit in rock salt overnight and then wash them with clear water, because the rock salt will absorb all past energies that are still stored in the crystals, because they have to be absorbed by the salt first, and then they are cleansed with water. Let them dry in the sunlight and then use them for your own purposes, but cleanse them first. So yeah, so your spirituality needs some work. Deceit is around you. Beware of that, okay? That's a little bit dangerous, okay? So let's look at your final outcome. You said you didn't really have a specific thing that you wanted, so it's going to be general, okay? So we're going to look at the general outcome now. Oh, okay. Okay, so that's the Two of Cups inverted. So it looks like a separation, like a division is coming, okay? It's a false love. That reminds me again here of this deceitful person around you. It's a false love. It's a broken relationship and conflicting interests, okay? So that's something that's going to happen, that's going to be affecting everything pretty much, because that's why it's coming in your final outcome. So watch out for that. Breaking off a relationship or a friendship or something like that is going to happen, and it's going to affect you, negatively, okay? And it's going to make you drained and maybe a little depressed. So, yeah, okay, see, everybody has a different way of doing it. That's just how I've always done it. I always felt that was a very effective way, because I don't know, it's just, that's how I feel. But, you can do that too. You can do anything. You can even look online, like, oh, I don't like either one of these ideas. Let me look online. Or find a book on cleansing crystals. You can do that too. There's many ways that you can do that. So but yeah, that's definitely something that's very essential that you should do before you use them, but yeah, so that's your final outcome here, Miguel. That's what we found for you. I hope that gave you a little insight. I hope that gave you a little clarity, and I hope that things will work out for you with everything, because I know that this is a little bit of a tricky situation here. I definitely have time, Access. Yes, I have time. Yeah, so Miguel, that was awesome. I'm really excited that I got to give you a reading. We've known each other for very many years now, and I've never got to do that. All right, good. At least you can resonate. And I gave you some warning signs, for things to come. So yeah. I have found that this is a very fulfilling, I always struggle with my satanic side in me, of course, too, the thinking, the knowing that you're responsible for your own actions, and that, godless in a sense, you know what I mean? But it is still, I don't know how to describe it. I do always know and feel and realize that my ancestors are always all around me at all times. So I can't technically really be a Satanist, because it's not really. But the side is definitely part of me. That's, why I wear my Baphomet, because it is definitely a part of me. I know that I'm responsible for myself, and that the gods are asleep. That was something that Aleister Crowley said. The gods are asleep. And they have to be reminded often that we're even there. And that's why we, act in shamanism and these things. So we can actually connect to them, because if we don't do that, then they're not listening. They're asleep, They forget that we're even here. So, and I really resonate with that saying and with the thought. Never been a big Crowley person, but certain things he had to say, they made sense, you know. Oh, that's interesting, Miguel. That's cool. Yeah, Christianity is just a very that's the other thing when it comes to like Satanism and Christianity. Christianity even worse, but there's very many like hypocritical things that are in the Bible, and all of these things in the faith itself, and so are there multiple in the satanic belief, religion, whatever you want to call it, system. Okay, there are some you know, some things that are just, they're hypocritical in a sense, you know, and that was also always my problem with that, you know. Well, if it were just thrown, I was forcefully driven onto us, and that is just a shame. By brainwashing, by you know, embedding fear into people, by killing, ethnically cleansing, everything. Christianity has just been a plague, and you know, I'm not talking about Jesus. You know, if Jesus ever walked the earth, you know, a wise man explained to me what he interprets Jesus as the God of sacrifice, which I can see that. That's good. It's not Jesus that is the person or was the man of the mistake. It's his followers that made all of these really many mistakes, unfortunately, that if he came here, he would know, but he doesn't appear like that. He's not as strong willed, you know, not a strong-willed mortal or immortal. Jesus, he was, you know, that's just my opinion, of course, but yes, that's true. Witches were hanged. Yeah, that's another true thing. I mean, you look at so many, I mean, almost all the holidays that Christians celebrate are pagan holidays. And they just incorporated like Ostara, Christmas is Yule, and they just incorporated their own ways into it, you know. They pretty much hijacked our holidays, you know, and it's really just like, come on, guys. You can't come up with your own shit. You know, Jesus couldn't come up with stuff for you. What the hell? Yeah. Yeah, and, you know, it is what it is, you know. Everybody has their own things that they have experienced, their own things that make them believe what they believe, but believing is one way, but knowing, physically have seen or experienced certain things, you know, who was responsible. I mean, I don't know, it's I tried the Jesus route, you know. I tried the Christian route, and it made me feel more satanic, honestly, because that whole thing came more from within than anything. There were never really responses in any sense, but my belief was so strong that I continued on. But when it comes to my paganism, my shamanism, I've always received responses. I've always received direct responses. You know what I mean? Yeah, control of the masses. Yeah. And when we really think about all of it, two big things that I speak about often, is the one thing is that our gods, our ancestors came thousands of years before Jesus. You know, Jesus was just the most recent one. Let's put it this way. You know, he was the most recent one. Our ancestors were, you know, thousands of years prior. And then also the admittance, that's another same thing. The same wise man told me that, it is true that Jesus openly admitted, or God openly admitted, there are other gods, and you shall not worship any other gods besides him. So even the admittance of him, because that is a flat out admittance that there's other gods, and for him to tell us not to worship these other gods, I mean, that tells you all. That tells you all. There's a narcissistic way of what did he say? There shall be no gods beside me, or I don't know, something like that. Yeah, Lucifer. I mean, we know that the belief of the Luciferian is that Lucifer is the bringer of freedom, pretty much. Lucifer is the one that got cast out by God because he was pretty much exposing the truth, and he was the one that gave us freedom of knowledge and freedom of artistic ability and all of these things. So I do like the Luciferian idea too. There's a lot to it. So that's why for me, when I first got into, because I've been practicing like witchcraft and shamanism for 25 years, but I just did it, and I never, in the first years of my life, never related it to really any gods specifically. It was just magic pretty much that I was practicing. But then as I started educating myself, I started realizing, these different aspects that come, and for me, it was always all of it paganism. Paganism was just literally the opposite of any Christian denomination of any type. Be it Catholic, Baptist, Protestant, whatever. Anything besides that to me is paganism. Because paganism is, the biggest thing about paganism is the freedom. Like, our gods don't tell us what to do. They do not demand us that we have to do this. They do not demand anything. It's the opposite. They encourage us to question them. They encourage us to do what we need to do. That is in our books. That is in our blood. They encourage us to travel. They encourage us to get into adventures. They encourage us to fight for what we believe in. They will never tell us we cannot eat this, we cannot drink this, we cannot say this, we cannot do this. That's never an option for us. They do not make us kneel, nothing like that. We choose. I feel like we're better worshipers because we are free. We are free. Our spirits are completely free. We can do anything that we desire, and it is not for us to search for our gods. They choose us. They choose us. We do not have to do anything for them in return of love. And love is not really a concept for our gods anyway, because they are specific people, specific immortals that are responsible for specific things. We have the gods for fertility, we have the gods for love, we have all of this, and there's so much more wonder, and there's so much more like a sacred feeling to it for me personally, especially. Like, I don't know, it's very sacred to me. Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's why America is very dangerous with this stuff, because Christianity is just still such a hype thing. Like, this God complex here is just still so prevalent. If you go to Europe, it's on the verge of extinction, really. Europe is atheism. Atheism. And that's not even a word. We don't even use that word that much. Atheist in Germany, for instance, that's not a word because most people are that. So it's just normal. Like, I don't believe in God. Like, it's normal. Paganism is now very much gone. There's not many people really, maybe in the more rural areas, but not really in the modern city life. But Christianity here in America, especially in the Bible Belt where we find ourselves. So I know, Miguel, you're here in Florida with me. It's just, my God, it's unbelievable. I live here, and I live in the vicinity of 6 churches less than a quarter mile from around my house, like literally feet over my, and there's a Baptist church 10 feet across my house. I'm flooded with churches. I have Presbyterian, Lutheran, Baptist, Catholic, everything right literally around me. And, and it is what it is, but it is struggling. It's struggling. I've always liked to be different than people, but it was like when I was still in Europe, I was different, but I was never shunned away because people looked at me. Oh, look at her. She looks like a Satanist. She looks like a heathen. Hide. Nobody looked at me like that because religion had nothing to do. They just saw how I dressed and they were like, oh wow, okay, she's different. But they didn't condemn me in that sense. But here, you're condemned. You're completely condemned. And it's fine, and I'll laugh about it, and I'm like, whatever. But sometimes the weight of this can be there. Sometimes I can feel it. I'm like, man. I mean, I'm being stared at, and I used to just, like this, like, don't stare at me. Now I look at them. I look them in the eye. Why? And then they look at way. I'm like, you people are fucking nuts up here. Nuts. Why don't you talk to me and find some stuff out about me and see? Because they have no clue. They think of you the worst. They think of you as scum. They think of you of all of these things. Uneducated, stupid, violent, crazy, godless, fucking, a sinner. And they think all this stuff. And it's like, and I can know as a waitress too when I have these people. And then I start talking to them. And I can set, they wear their big crosses and stuff. And then I start talking to them. They're like, we can hear an accent. I'm like, yeah, I'm from Germany. I'm half German, half Serbian. I speak German. I speak Serbian. I speak English, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I lived in this country, and I've done this. And they're just like, their eyes get bigger and bigger, and they look at me like, damn. We thought of her as like some horrendous person, but she actually seems rather educated. She actually seems rather like awesome. And it's like, yeah, I'm not fucking something because I don't believe that your God is the thing, That doesn't make me anything. Right? Miguel, that's a huge point because it's like they will promote this sense all the time, but they don't act on it. They don't act on Jesus' teaching at all. On any of his teachings. Love thy neighbor, do all of these things. They do the exact opposite, and I don't understand it. I don't understand. And the biggest thing that they do is judge. They judge, which is one of the biggest things that is told in the Bible by Jesus, that you're not supposed to do, that only God can judge. Anybody knows that. Anybody knows that. Even a little fucking 6-year-old kid knows that rule by God saying, you cannot judge, only God can judge. And what is the first thing they do when they set their foot outside the door and they see somebody like me? They judge. Now, me personally, I tell you right now, I'm very judgmental. But judgmental is not really the right word. It's more like I'm opinionated, right? I'm very opinionated. I have my opinions. First glance at a person, I'll have my opinion. I'll talk about it. I'll say it. But here's the thing. I expect them to do the same to me. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid that they are judging me, that they have an opinion on me. Please. I'm not afraid. But I've been told many times that people are intimidated by me. So people automatically, they don't make an opinion. They're like, oh my God, it's Dragana. Like, I can't say anything. I can't think anything that could be negative. And it's like, no, you can't. You have your opinion. You're free. You're free. You're free. To me, you're free. They do. They really do that. Ugh. Forget it, excess. Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks about that. Even so, we know we pretty much we have evolved as a species that we can literally now pretty much say what is Valhalla, what is Niflheim, what are the different planets. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it is. You know, it's such a shame because our religion has gone with our evolution, right? There was nothing at any time that was like, okay, that doesn't fit now with our modern science. No, quite the opposite. Okay, it underlines certain things in our religion. The more we learn about the earth, the universe, the more our religion becomes underlined, almost like our ancestors knew more than what we know now, right? Now, a lot of Christians are flat earthers. What the I don't get it. I don't get it. It is such a shame that like this is happening, especially like also in the metal scene. There was the other day I had a talk with my friends there. We were at a show, and I'm telling you, there's this certain band that has a name that is again like that is about shitting on Christ, right? It's a harsh name, right? I'm not going to say the actual name, but that's what it's about, right? It's in the name, and it's just like it's harsh about Jesus, right? And there's literally one person, a musician, that decided not to join that band because of the name of the band, okay? In the metal scene, and then claiming, we're metalheads, we're Satanists, we're pagans, we're whatever we are, right? Atheists, whatever. But not joining the band because of their name. Because it's so bad still with the Christianity that you can't even name your band that without being still, even by supposed non-Christian metalheads, you're still being judged. Because they're still under this little thing of God, right? They're still being pushed down by God. Subconsciously, they still let that happen. It's also a money thing, the person's like, I'm not going to be able to make money, probably. It's just my thought. I'm not going to be able to make money because the name of the band is like this. They're never going to be able to, because the name of the band is like this. But I find it ridiculous. I find it ridiculous. Because now you're a poser, right? Because you're letting something like this get in the way because you're so self-conscious and so worried about what other people think and how much money you're gonna make. I have no respect for a person like this. I cannot respect a person like this because, and then again, that's why the biggest thing, we are free. We are spiritually free. Yeah, it's ridiculous, Miguel. It's really ridiculous. I'm like that makes me want to change my band's name, right, to some really fucked up shit and see. Because my band members, I don't have to worry. They don't care. I mean, they wouldn't want to change the name now, of course. We're Albtraum. We have that name. We've had that name for 6 years now. Everybody knows. Albtraum, everybody knows, right? But technically, if I were literally to say, listen, we're going to change that name, I know people are going to be like, they would argue, but in the end, we would do it, and it would be fine. No, what I'm trying to say is nobody would leave the band because if I name my band like, something bad about Jesus. I'm not gonna say it now, but nobody will leave my band because my band is not filled with posers. I know. People will not always like me what I say on here, but I speak what I think, and I'm always open to opposed opinions too. And people say, yeah, I think you're wrong there, and I want that. I want people to say if they think that. It's just like, man, it drives me crazy, it drives me so crazy, and I don't have enough people around me that really share my beliefs in that sense, and that I can go out in the world, because so many people, they sit there and they will tell you, I don't believe in God, like I'm not Christian, I'm not talking about God, I'm not Christian, but they will on the same breath will be scared still. Of punishment of God or punishment of the people that follow a Christian God. And that to me is just awful that they live their whole life. But I was lucky enough too, because my father was Serbian Orthodox, but he didn't practice. He didn't follow the Serbian Orthodox. The Serbian Orthodox is the Slavic Orthodox that believes the Holy Ghost is pretty much the biggest part of that church. That is their biggest thing. My mother, atheist. My mother was a woman of science. When I became Christian, she laughed her ass off. She's like, "What are you doing? You're crazy." And I'm like, "No, I believe in God now, Mom. Stop it." I'm like 13. You know what I mean? But you know, over the years, you get older, you realize. But I was lucky. My parents let me do whatever I wanted. My mom laughed at me, but she didn't tell me, "You cannot do this." No, I could do whatever I wanted. She did not care. My mother, the only things that my mother would were, you know, she wouldn't want me to do any drugs or crime or stuff like that, you know, normal things that a mother should worry about. But whenever I hear stories here from a lot of Americans, that my parents are Catholic, they forced me, I could never do this, I cannot listen to metal when I'm like, what? Oh my God, dude, that's a horrible childhood, being forbidden all of these things. You live your whole life underneath rules that you have to follow in order to come into heaven, when nobody even really knows what happens when we die. Nobody knows that. And to sit here and really say to yourself, "Well, I'm going to heaven, that's for sure. That's clear. That's totally clear." That's delusional. Because I believe Valhalla is there, but I do not believe, and I do not know what it is. I don't believe I'm going to be sitting like I'm sitting right here, right now, you know, in the halls with fucking Wotan and drinking ale. These are exaggerated stories. Something can be there, you know, or nothing can be there. We don't know, you know. But it's like, I'm not going to live my whole life that I know I'm conscious, that I know I'm you know, doing this. Then I cannot live my life now because I'm scared that I don't go to heaven. I fall into a pit of fire. That's science fiction to me. That's not real. You know, that's not real. There's no fire. There is fire, yeah. It's in the core of our earth, and that's not. Your soul's not gonna fall in there. Your soul is gonna like, you know, something's gonna happen, but there's no eternal pit of fire. You met God again today? I wonder what that means. Yeah, excess, that's good. Spirituality is the biggest thing. It's the biggest thing. Because it doesn't always have to be connected to any gods, right? Or it can be connected, you know, it's just you yourself, you know, working yourself to a higher level in however you would like, you know, through whatever means. So that's it. Yeah, you were grounded for listening to metal. See, that's so fucking stupid. That's fucking stupid. I'm sorry. Like, who would do that? And that's the thing. I hear hundreds. I'm not talking about a couple people. Hundreds of people in 15 years that I've been in the U.S. have told me these stories about parents or even partners of theirs that are Christian burning their CDs, burning their T-shirts, things like these because the person is listening to heavy metal, listening to, you know, against God and stuff. And it's just like, guys, none of this is, you don't know any of it. You cannot touch God. You cannot, you know, I cannot even touch my own gods, right? So it's always flimsy. We can never know exactly, you know? You can never sit here and say, this is it. That's what I believe too, Miguel. Of course, that's my biggest thing with the Sect of the Dragon. I'm trying to start the sect here. That's what I've been trying to do for a while now. My Sect of the Dragon. If anybody's interested, go on my Facebook, read my creed. Okay, read thoroughly, read my 7 keys, and that is what I'm about. It is about spirituality. You can see in my about info, we are the revenants in eternal search of the truth of our spirituality, okay? Don't matter what belief you have in what God or the lack thereof. It's not about that. You know what I mean? The Lord likes a little rock and roll. I could probably concur. Yeah, I'm sure. He's like up there. No, but you know, you want to think, you want to hope, yeah. But you also no. Okay, I'm not gonna get into that. But you know, really look into my sect and tell me if this is not something that you can understand what I'm trying to do. It's literally it's an educational research sect that I'm trying to start. It's an educational research center that I'm trying to start. That's what I've been trying to do. I'm looking for members. I'm actually looking for members. There were a couple of people that were very interested, but then they had some personal things occur to them, and then they couldn't really, they couldn't fit it in their schedule. Of course, I understand, but I really for any of my meetings that I will have in the future, I encourage anybody to bring anything, a token that they need. Is it a cross because they're Christian? Is it an inverted cross because they're a Satanist? Is it a Thor's hammer? Is it whatever it may be, whatever helps you connect your spirit to, to get to the highest point of your spirituality, of your exotericism too. All of that stuff is important for that. And nobody is judged. What will happen are these things of everybody brings books or whatever they have of things that they really think there's something more to it that they've read, and we will sit and we compare notes and we compare our experiences and we will make notes. This whole situation will bring a book at the end of it. There's never going to be an end, but we're going to be writing a book about this, about the different. That's my biggest plan. I want to write the book of the notes that we combine, the experiences from the different religious people, okay? From the different spiritual experiences that people have seen, of things that they read in books. That's one of the main reasons I have read so many books. And there are books that have nothing to do with each other. The authors are from different countries. They never knew each other, written in different times. And there is such a complete connection. It's unbelievable. And it's happening all the time when I read. And it's crazy because it's a big maze that's all. See, Miguel? It happened again. Oh, and you're going to Salem? That's so cool. I've never been there yet. I've been to so many places, and I've never been to that place. Yeah, thanks. I am back. So stupid. I don't know why this keeps happening. So you think my outlet, my USB outlet is not strong enough? My brother always says that the front USB outlets in a desktop computer are weaker than the ones in the back. I don't know if there's any truth behind it, but that could be possible because I am using the front plug for it. Because it's easier to access, because I have to flip it. No. You had to throw it outside? What is that? A power setting? On the interface or on my computer? Oh, I see. I can set my interface to on the computer. Oh shit. Okay, I'm gonna look into that. I'm probably gonna look into that on Saturday and see if I can figure something out there. Okay, I'll look into that. A big black mirror? You don't think you could have cleansed it and then could have made that work better? I learned a long time ago. I remember when I was still a teen doing this. There were people around me, when we were teenagers, we were experiencing or experimenting, and there were others around me, girls that were experimenting with this, with all of this, but it was always fear. There was always a lot of fear with the people, with the kids that I was hanging around. They would always say, "Oh, don't bring this object into your home. It's cursed, or it has this bad energy." And I learned really early on that I've never had an issue like that. Never had an issue. I've had maybe one or two objects in my whole life that where I felt like, okay, I need to cleanse it in a way because since I brought this object here. But other than that, I've never had this problem. I've never, that was never a thing. Anyway, so this is a really great conversation we're having, guys, and I'm really happy that we are having it, because that's really what the essential purpose why I started these streams was for exactly what we're talking about right now. You know what I mean? So it really does serve a good purpose that we're talking about these things, because I do feel that the main thing why the Sect of the Dragon is so huge for me too is because I know that there are spiritual people out there, regardless of religious beliefs, that feel very alone. Because, they might feel spiritual, but they might be condemned by their religion for whatever ways unorthodox, or their religion or the people in their religion consider are unorthodox ways that they're going about into discovering their spirituality, and I feel like a lot of people feel alone and they have nobody to talk to and go to, and that's another reason why I want to open myself up for these people, because I want to be like a peaceful place where they can come and they can speak about their thoughts, their fantasies, their anything, even as unorthodox as they may seem. Okay, of course there are always limits, we understand that, but that's a big reason, because I have always felt that way myself, always felt I was misplaced and out of place, and which is fine, but it would be great to have like-minded people nonetheless, Thank you for saying that, Miguel. Thank you. Yeah, I really want that. I'm always trying to be open about myself too. Of course you open yourself up for bad things too, but I'm not afraid. I have nothing to lose. I'm not, scared. Two things I've never had and never will have: fear and money. That's the saying I like to go by. And is your sister doing better now with that excess? Sorry, I got that stupid hangnail that won't leave me alone, and I'm trying to chew it off. Like a barbarian, like an animal. At least I don't chew my nails. That stuff is ugh. Oh, good. How old is your sister? Is she a younger sister? Well, first of all, I would like to really say that I'm really happy to know that you're so protective of her. That's really good. That is the most important thing. Oh. Yeah, blue is always blue. I've always learned is the color of protection. You can even use anything. You can use blue pillows on your couch. Anything blue, light blue, lighter blue. But yeah, that's really nice. 3-year difference, just like me and my brother. But my brother is younger than me. My brother is very. He's not a real worshiper or anything like that. You know, he's kind of, yeah, like you said, like a non-believer. But he's a believer. He's. My brother is really a sorcerer, really, but he doesn't indulge in it like I do. My brother is so good that he can see auras. He can see literally auras around people and all of these things. He's very much, because in a sense my brother was always more of an introvert, and our roles have kind of flipped as we got older. My brother is more extroverted now and I'm more introverted, actually, so the roles have been reversed. But he was always way more in tune with these things than I was. That's why it's kind of like a waste and a shame that he doesn't get into it. But he's just a different guy, you know. He just focuses on other things. He has different dreams, different goals that really don't involve that type of thing, you know. That's good. I can, but I have to really focus and concentrate. I have to really focus and concentrate. Yeah, because for me, the type I am is just, I'm a very everything I do is I have so much energy that's just boiling in me, literally, and I have to literally control it at all times. I have to control. So maneuvering these type of things is difficult for me sometimes, because there's so much energy, spiritual energy in me that it's kind of like, whoa. But as I get older, it gets easier, you know. The more you meditate, the more you form your energy into the pockets where you need it, and the uses that you want, and you filter it properly, and all of these things, you know. But it is a lifelong path, you know. Oh, wait a minute. Where are you at then? You are in Europe. Maybe? Or maybe you're somewhere... Where are you? Yeah. UK. I got another person from the UK yesterday. I love it. Well, it was really glad talking to you, XS. Thank you for coming. And I really appreciate you. And I really appreciate you following my stream, too. That means a lot. And it's very important. Thank you so much. And take care of your sister. You know, keep an eye on her. Hopefully everything will work out now that the mirror is gone. So sleep well, okay? And I hope I'll see you soon. Yeah. I follow you already. Are you talking to, Huh? Oh. Oh, thank you, Miguel. I appreciate you saying that. That's sweet. No, I thought I already followed you on there, Miguel. Oh, access. Okay. I. I get it either. Nee, 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 nee. I have this stupid song stuck in my head. As soon as I'm done here. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, follow me on mine too here. Dragana 1988. This is really good. This is really good. I am so glad I came tonight. And you know what? Go to bed, Excess. Sleep well, okay? I really... Mana. Da dee 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 dee. No! No! Why? Why? It doesn't matter, because as soon as I'm done here, I'm gonna listen to that song again. I'm actually gonna try to learn myself on the piano. Listen to this now. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Why does it sound weird now? That's so weird. Wait a minute. That's it. What is that? What is that? What is that? Can you hear it? You gotta tell me what it is, because you know what it is. Yep. I taught myself that. I was so proud. You know, I taught myself that here like a few months ago, and ever since then I've been playing it all there like an idiot. Because I'm like, oh wow, I'm actually a musician. I thought... Cool. Yep. But I'm going to teach myself that song that I've been listening to that's been really in my mind so bad. And I'm not even going to say the name because you're just going to be like, she's fucked in the head. But it's like, there's a certain melody of the song that has me feeling so a certain way that like sometimes I feel like I have to pause the song because I can't maintain feeling that way in that moment. It's so weird. It's really weird. So, I'm going to teach myself that song. Yeah, I got my piano right there and everything. I've been writing more music too, but I haven't recorded anything because I've just been doing this a lot. You know, I'm trying to become affiliate. That's here on Twitch. That's really what my goal is, to become affiliate, and so I've really just been working on that. Yeah, it's very much. It is. It's so weird, and it's not even the words too. The words are really good, but the words at first I didn't really hear, like listen to the words so much because it's a little distorted sounding, but the melody, and then I read the lyrics for the first time today on the thing, and I was like, okay, that's still, it's good. It does help when the lyrics fit with the feeling still, you know. It's a little bit more on a love story note, kind of, but like a little more complex and bizarre in itself, though. Anyway, right? So I can still, because the feeling it gave me was like a feeling of a bunch of different stuff combined. It was really hard to, just like an overwhelming feeling of like doom and depression, and also like empathy and happiness. Maybe not happiness, but content. I don't know, really weird, really hard to describe, but it gave me like this huge, like, my heart was like swollen with so much stuff, and it's like, I gotta turn the song off. No, don't turn it off, keep listening. It's weird. I'm fucked. I think a mosquito just bit me literally in my pinky finger. That's ridiculous. I've had like 3 of them flying around my house, and my house is huge. So it's like, you see that mosquito right here, right now? It doesn't matter. If you don't catch him now, he's going to be gone. And you won't see him again for the next day, because he'll fly downstairs probably. Then he flies back upstairs into the different rooms. That's so stupid. Fucked up. Yeah. So yeah, this has been a really great conversation tonight. That's what I was gonna say. I wasn't scheduled to stream today, and I had such a that word has been just really prevalent today, like bizarre. Like, I really had a crazy and bizarre day today at work and everything. And I thought to myself, for some reason, even so, I was very tired this morning. I had so much energy when I came home. I'm tired, but I'm energized. It's weird. And I said to myself, I'm not scheduled, but I'm going to stream. I'm going to stream today. Something is telling me I need to do this, and it's a good thing to do. And I think exactly I know why this happened. This is really a good thing. I'm really glad that I did this, and that I came in to talk to you and this excess kid. He's young, but he's, at least he's on the right path in that sense, I needed it too. I needed it. That's it. I needed it. Yep. Yeah, so I think I might head out now, Miguel, because I got a couple more things I gotta do tonight, and I still gotta work tomorrow. But I'm gonna definitely be back on tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm actually on my schedule. So, but it was really nice. I had a really good time, and it was really like it. Oh, you got really sick? Oh man, I'm sorry. That's good though. That's really good that this energized you. That's good, because, I mean, you probably know, like, your mental health is literally 50%. If your mental health is okay, you're most likely going to be physically okay too, But if your mental health is struggling, then you will be struggling physically too, Oh, thank you for doing that. Thank you. Yeah, I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into that either tonight or Saturday or tomorrow or something. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm going to definitely check that out, because I don't want to. I keep having to do that. People are like, your sound is out. I'm like, oh my God. That's really unprofessional and really annoying, So, thanks for doing that. Yeah, I really hope you'll feel better, and I really hope that this all helped a little bit, and that the reading gave you maybe a little bit of clarity too, So I really hope this is all something that's good, good for you. I'm really glad I came on for this little bit, and so, yeah, I mean, I see your videos on TikTok, and we'll see each other. You've been coming really frequently, and I really appreciate you for that. That's awesome. Like, I feel really honored, that you're coming, and, I see a couple people in here. I was like, wow, thank you, they keep coming, and I'm like, that's really good. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, I really try. I really want to do the right thing, I want to, you got to connect with your people too, you can't just, yes, together we rise, together we fight the battles, and then we rise. I agree. Yeah, so I'm gonna head out, Miguel. Okay, I'm gonna see you on Facebook, and maybe I'll see you at a show at some point, man. Let me know what's up. My problem is always I need a ride. You know what I mean? But I would love to come to more shows, and see more shows. You know, but I can't. You know, I don't have my license because of my stupid immigration stuff. Unfortunately, you know. But maybe something can be worked out. Yeah, have a good night. I'll see you later. Thanks for coming, Miguel. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Excess, for following. Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. You know, whatever. You can always crash here, too. I have enough room. I got fucking Necro staying here. Draven is here. We can freaking drink here. We can do whatever, you know? But, yeah, so thank you, Access, for following. Thank you, Miguel, for coming. Thank you, everybody that was watching, that was here. I'm going to go. I hope I see you soon, Miguel. Have